Hey, thanks for tuning in for this episode. This adventure starts, well, it actually started a couple nights ago when, in classic Vancouver Island fashion, we got stuck behind a gate. And luckily we stumbled across some quadders who were able to show us this trail that you're seeing now. And we were able to get around the gate because of this trail. We also got some really cool tips from these quadders about a secret cabin that was in the area that I had never heard of before. It's a little tight. Someone put this giant canopy on my truck. So, fast forward to today, we are back out in search of this cabin, and we're gonna have to take this big truck down some quad trails, and it's gonna be tight. One of the things I love about having the dual transfer cases to crawl really slow is having twin sticks on the rear case, which allows me to go in and out of four-wheel drive really easily. So on these tight trails where steering in fully locked four-wheel drive becomes a little tricky, I can easily just pop it back into two-wheel drive, spin the rear wheels, and make tighter corners. This next little trail section was even tighter and trickier than the first one and required some very careful wheel placement and spotting. There was definitely no truck tracks going through this trail, and it was easy to see why, because the trees are super tight together and I had to do a lot of three-point turns, but it meant that we could get around this huge barricade that was put in place to block the road. Really had to thread the needle on this one. I think my tires barely fit in between these two goal posts, and I was lucky that it wasn't on an angle so it didn't push the canopy too far into the tree.
About as tight as she gets, boys.
A lot of this trail was fairly easy as far as wheeling standards go. It was just a lot of navigating and getting the wheels in the right places to not get any panel damage. Stick around to the second half of the video because we hit an obstacle that, if it didn't go well, was going to leave us completely stranded. I'm definitely not afraid of the skinny pedal and using my rig hard to get over obstacles when I'm in a group setting, but things are a little different when we're out on our own and we have a mission involved. So I'm not afraid of using my winch. That's what I bought it for, and if I can use the winch to avoid potential breakage, I'm absolutely going to do so. Kind of when you have to make smart decisions, because we're out here by ourselves, and yeah, I could probably bump it and get over, but you know, I'm not willing to risk breaking anything when we're by ourselves. So I'm just gonna do a quick winch and be back on our way. All right. Right after we popped out of this trail, we quickly started gaining elevation and making our way to the spot we had pinned on our map where we thought the cabin was. And it wasn't long before we started to find some fresh snow, which was awesome. I love fresh tracks. First tracks driving in the snow is probably one of the best things you can do in a truck. Really been given that much direction, just that the cabin was on a lake and we were just looking for any trail that was near this lake. So sure enough, we found something that looked like a trail. It had no tracks, but we were going to try it because what else were we going to do? It was the only lead that we had. got to push a tree off my new branch collector. Oh, we got trees on all sides. Oh, that's getting stuck on the canopy for sure. Oh well. It's really dark in here for a sec. Oh, good job, windshield wipers. Appreciate you. Our next obstacle was this huge frozen pond with a tree down across it. Obviously nobody had been through here in a while, and this is really when I started to question our intentions and our sanity, because this is starting to get risky. The risk here is that there's absolutely no way for us to tell how deep the middle of this pond is, and also whether or not the bottom is hard or if it's completely muddy. This is when you have to ask yourself how committed you are to your adventure. And this is when things get dangerous. And there's nothing to winch off. All of these trees are tiny, so if we go into this pond and we get stuck, we're stuck. So we're breaking through about 1.5 inches of ice right now, hoping not to get swallowed in this pond, creek, whatever this is. I didn't say I was Yeah, that was crazy. It was fun though. I'm glad the bottom was hard, and yeah, the Yeti just crawled through it. Well, fate was in our favor today, and sure enough, after this crazy trail with all these tight alders and that huge pond, we found the cabin, and it was on the edge of this beautiful lake, and the sun was going down, and it was perfect. We drive down so many roads that end up not going anywhere, so this was a huge win for us, and we were definitely feeling inspired to have a fire and hang out by the lake for a while. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe if you aren't already. We will see you in the next one.
You better believe I'm eating chips. Waiting for the show. You got this. I'm outside most of the trip. So right now I will be inside. And I am watching the chainsaw show.
So today on Toyota World Runners beer reviews, I'll be reviewing the How Sound Brewing Super Jupiter Mango ISA. And Stacy will be reviewing
Russell Brewing Peach and Apricot Hefeweizen, because that seems like a perfect winter beer.
Summer Forever. Strong citrus peel taste.
What does ISA?
India Session Ale, Stacy. So this is meant to be sessioned. You know, you can come out and session these. You know, as like
It really sounds so good.
as you would have a park session, you have a beer session. Or it's really nice of Mosaic to put up all these gates because they build all the wheeling trails for us. You know, they take the excavators, they dig all the tank traps. It's a great system. You know, like they just build the trails for us.